Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back. This is Reviving Real News. I want to talk about something real quick that my country, especially, is weak, pathetic, cowardice, and I'm ashamed. I've always known this and thought this, and I've never really said it out loud in a public setting or any kind of form or platform. But I just heard another gentleman speak about this who doesn't live in my country. And yeah, I'm going to dig in on this one because the guy is absolutely correct. And I'm mad at myself for biting my tongue and not being more vocal on this. Hey, why is it, especially in my country, the divided states of America, why is it you got to go everywhere and anywhere, every sound, voice, noise you hear is an entitled, narcissistic, materialistic, succubi Jezebel mother screaming at the top of her disgusting, filthy lungs about the rights of her daughter, the rights of her daughters, the rights of her nieces and her unborn granddaughters. Why do I got to hear about all these feminized, weak men proclaiming the rights of their daughter, proclaiming the rights of their niece or their granddaughter? When the heck did this become some kind of billboard message material? So now we're all about the daughters. We're all about these women stealing our children, our offspring, our contribution to society, our way of keeping society and civilization going by bearing children, providing children. But yet, these disgusting entities only care about one portion of their offspring, apparently. What the actual F is this? No, I'm dead serious, gentlemen. Where in the heck is the testicular fortitude to stand up and speak out against this atrocity and this crime? Where are these disgusting, filthy, entitled women and mothers speaking up and standing up for and demanding protection and rights for their sons and our sons, your sons? What in the actual F is going on? And why are men allowing this to be commonplace and then berated into our culture? So my sons and your sons have to hear every single hour of their waking moments about how nothing is for them and it's for all these girls? Oh, please, get bent with that. Get bent. This is an atrocity. This is a crime. And I can't speak on other countries because I don't live there. I can imagine it's probably bad. But for the love of God, I know my age and I know that I'm younger than a lot of gentlemen listening to my voice. But here's the thing. If I've been whatever saying these things in private or to myself for a very long time now, what is going on? Why hasn't nobody older than me spoke up about this? Why isn't anybody older than me who's got sons or grandsons speaking up about this? Why aren't any men putting these, forgive my language, why aren't any men putting these females in check? And this isn't about some whatever kind of system who's got authority over who. This is my son, your sons, your brother's sons, which is your nephew. These are your grandsons. These are your great nephews. What is going on? What happened to the generation ahead of me? Or 2 generations ahead of me? Did you guys suddenly fall off a cliff and it's okay for these women to harp and larp for only the daughters they bore? And then they get to shun the men that they bear? Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? I have to hear one more father neglect his son or fail to stand up for the rights of his son? All for the feminized, gynocentric nonsense of feminist movement? Are you seriously that weak with no spine? No no anything flowing through your veins and your soul? Like, are you that pathetic and weak and so scared of being alone and without a narcissistic woman around you that you will cower in the corner and not stand up for your son who's in the other room, or who's at the practice field right now, or maybe he's in class? Are you that cowardice you will not stand up with your voice in your own 2 feet to defend your son? You will not demand his rights? I'm sorry for my attitude and my energy, but I'll be darned if I have to continue this in my age. This is nonsense. Are you seriously kidding me? How can you do this to your sons? How can you do that? How can you seriously do this? It is no wonder the youth are the way they are right now. It's no wonder. And it's also no wonder that women don't know how to act when they come around a real man. Because a real man does have a little fire to him. You know, a real man doesn't tolerate stuff, and they kind of speak up and stand out against evil or atrocities, especially regarding their children. Hey, to my sons, if you ever hear this, and any of this nonsense was done to you, and you haven't told me, and you've had to endure this kind of stuff because of the school, and your mother, and the other adults they've brought around you, please, find a way to confide in me, because we'll hash this out. You know I don't tolerate this, and I'm not for this. And I've always been this way. You know, even as young as I was when I had you, that I still was like this. I was always against this because it's not right. I'm serious, gentlemen. What has happened? My father was not like this. My dad was not a good man, but my father was not like this. To the best of my knowledge, he was pretty against the system, and he would speak up on certain things. Now, he had a daughter, and I will tell you, he had 2 daughters. My older sister, Angela, died. She died before I was born. But my dad, whenever I was around him, or whenever it was, he was just being a guy, he was not like this. He was for his kids. He was also for his son. He didn't let... I know how many times my dad went to school and fought for me. I know how many times my dad went in there and said, "You're not going to feminize my son." And I'm talking from 1988 up until 1999. My dad didn't let these weak men or these whatever women teachers and staff members do things to my brain and my spirit. My dad did fight for me. So I ask you, what has happened? What has happened? Because I'll be darned if I'm going to live the rest of my dying breaths and this is what's going to go on. I will stand up and fight this till I can't fight no more, because this is a disgusting crime against our youth. You cannot put the whatever on a pedestal and worship it while you fail to fight and defend the other one. I'm ashamed to even have known some kind of fathers like this. It makes me disgusted. I denounce any of this. I am not afraid to be canceled or called whatever for my faith, my morals, my values, knowing what's right and wrong and good from evil. I'm not here to provide entertainment in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a clown, and I'm not a stupid Hollywood actor. I'm here to speak some facts and revive some real news. Well, this is something I'm disgusted and I'm tired of. I'm so tired of it. And I will not be afraid to call it out or specify somebody if I know who's specifically doing something like this. It is no wonder teenage boys and young adolescent men in their 20s look the way they do, feel the way they feel, and talk the way they do. Because there's nobody with the spine or testicular fortitude standing up and demanding their rights, their fair treatment, everything like that. Nobody is. It's all the It's all the women, and it's all the girls and co-ed crap. Well, gentlemen, here to now, it's got to stop and it's got to change. This is filthy. In no way, shape, or form is this meant to be an attack for anyone who only has a daughter. But I'm sorry, I do not side with the logic in this predictive programming propaganda nonsense. You will not shame and silence my sons. You will not put my sons in a corner and tell them they are beneath you. You will not degrade my sons to where they are beaten spiritually, mentally, and physically by this gynocentric misandry that's anywhere and everywhere. I will not allow you to do this to my sons. I will not allow this to continue. I implore more and more fathers, please stand up against this. Start speaking up against the mother. Start being vocal, defending your sons, allowing your sons' eyes and ears to really open so they can see and hear things the way they are for what they really, truly are. This has got to come to an end. This has to. I don't want to wake up one day and somebody that I interacted with or whatever, and boom, something happened to their kid because all they see, hear, smell, eat, taste, breathe is how they're useless, and you better do this because blah. I'm so tired. If I ever have to hear one of my sons tell me something because of this and it messed them up, well, they always say a hell hath no fury like hell hath no scorn like an upset woman. Well, go across the father who really cares. Go across the man who's a real man and has principles, morals, values, faith, beliefs, principles, standards. I dare you. And again, that's why most women do not know how to act towards men today. That's why most women come up with these BS excuses of my toxic masculinity, my domestic violence, my blah, 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 my verbal domestic abuse. It's because you can't wiggle your web around, manipulate, lie, control, and scheme. You don't want men who have principles, morals, values, standards, testicular fortitude, and know right from wrong, good from evil. That's why you don't want us around our own flesh and blood, because we are against this corruption, the treatment, and the brainwashing and shaming of our sons. That's why we're not allowed. This is exactly why. Because strong, vocal men make changes and they stop these kind of atrocities. That's why we're silenced. That's why we're not allowed in our children's lives. This is why we don't get to make decisions in the schooling, the haircuts, the doctor visits, the stupid mental health that children do not belong in. You don't go taking a 6 and 7-year-old boy or girl into a crazy psychiatrist office. That's just as bad as the LGHD TV community nonsense. Again, fellas, please excuse me and forgive my passion right now. But boy, oh boy, did this light one in me. I'm here for all of you fellas. I'm here for all the men and all the fathers. I'm with you. I stand against this. I will not tolerate it. I will not. I am so sick of it. I am against all of this that's happening. And I proudly proclaim my faith and where I stand every single day I wake up. I make sure these nasty, entitled single mothers around me hear me loud and clear. I make sure that I am loud enough they hear me. And I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed to defend myself, proclaim my faith, my morals, my values, my principles, and my disdain for what you have done to our children. I ain't got nothing about them and their choices. I'm disgusted at what they've done to our children and what they have. I'm telling you, fellas, I don't live in a small rural whatever. I see a lot of things. I see this in all kinds of demographics and income levels and single and in married households. I see this. It's disgusting. These women have 3 and 4 kids and 2/3 of them will be girls. And they will be treated as VIPs, and their sons' shoes have holes in them. Their clothes are hand down. They don't have no kind of toys or entertainment or anything. But the girls have $500, $600 phones. They wear disgusting clothing like they're 27-year-olds just got out of college. They wear more makeup than some grown women. They have, you guys get where I'm going with this? I rebuke this. I stand against this. This is wrong. Again, if you got daughters, I hope and pray you don't raise them like this and they don't walk, dress, and talk and act like this, especially the young ones. And I hope if you got sons too, that you do it equally and you do not go along with this predictive programming and all of this nonsense, because mark my words, as sure as the sun rises and sets, you are going to regret everything you've done to your son. All the things that you have not spoken up and spoke out against, and all the things that you chose to do for them and not for him, you're going to see. It's all going to come back and bite you. This is so much of why the kids and the parents don't have good relationships anymore. And it started with my generation in the early 80s. I know what this is. Take a stand, gentlemen. I implore you to take a stand. This is no. Emphatically no. No. My sons are beneath nobody. My sons are beneath no girl, no college age woman, no adult lady, no elderly woman. You are not above my sons. My sons we're not put on this earth to worship you and to follow your every stupid breath in your stupid videos. My sons were not created and put on this earth to be told they are third-class citizens and that everybody needs to do whatever for their sisters or for the other women in the family. No. Your sons were not put here on this earth to be told that they are whatever and that they need to be considerate of no. This is what's wrong with our children, especially our sons. This is why they have the mental makeup they do. This is why so many things are wrong in the schoolings. And then when the kids go out into society, they don't know what to do and they feel the way they do because nobody has their back. Nobody supports them. Nobody cares. Nobody's being vocal. Nobody's doing anything. I'm done. I've had enough. I've drawn my line in the sand. Hopefully people will join me. Thank you, gentlemen, for putting up with my energy. I appreciate you listening to my rant. Till my dying breath. I am for men, men's right, and for children. Nothing is going to ever deter or change my faith or my beliefs. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, gentlemen. This has been Reviving Real News. I hope you guys have a great day.